G'day ladies and gentlemen, Piedudeaus here and welcome to another Minecraft mod review. This video I'm going to be looking at probably a mod that has been requested more than anything else, and yes, you should already know what it is because it would have been in the title of the video, and that is of course TropiCraft. Yes, ladies and gentlemen, finally getting around to actually doing this review, so here we go, we'll get on with it. So this is just a normal Minecraft world, okay, pretty simple. There is one thing you do, or a couple things you need to do before you can actually get to the tropical realm or dimension, whatever you want to call it. And that is, you want to make yourself a sort of like a beach chair, and you also want to make yourself a pina colada. Oh yeah, so let's just start with making the pina colada first, because that just sounds pretty damn awesome. So the first thing you want to do is you want to look for some bamboo, which you will mainly find in a plains biome, which is clearly where I am right now, and you'll find lots of them. And you also want to be looking for some pineapples. Yes, that's what these are. These are pretty cool. One thing about these pineapples though is you see there's like two different blocks there. If you hit the bottom one, the pineapple will break off, but the plant will obviously be destroyed. But if you just hit the pineapple part, the plant stays, and it does have a chance to actually grow back. Alright, so this is all the bamboo. We'll just grab some of these, hit the bottom one, the whole lot will fall down. That's pretty awesome. Just grab this. And you can actually replant that as well. I might even just do that right now. So if you wanted to, boop, just place it on the ground, you'll be able to regrow it again, which is very cool. So yeah, that's basically the main things you sort of want to be looking for. And of course, you want to be looking for is one of these palm trees. Now, you're going to find these mainly in like desert biomes, but of course I'm not in the desert biome, I'm actually on plains, but there is a beach. And of course that's why they are spawning just here, which is very cool. So what you want to do with these things is, you come up to one of these, assuming there's plenty of coconuts, and this one has actually got an abundance on it, which is unusual, but anyway, that's pretty cool. And you can just break them off, and you should have a, did I get a coconut there? Oh, there you go, there's a coconut. Yay! But you can't do anything with that coconut per se. What you actually need to do is you need to get a coconut from the tree and knock it with a sword. And as you can see, little chunks fall down. You get all these coconut chunks. This is pretty cool, because you need these chunks to be able to make the pina colada. But I did want to grab a coconut because I want to show something else that you can also make. Alright, so let's do some recipe making here. So, first thing you want to do is make yourself a pina colada. So all you got to do is just simply get yourself a bit of a coconut chunk, a pineapple. Oh, actually, no, you don't want to do that first. What you do want to do first, sorry, is make yourself an empty bamboo mug. That's what you want to do first. And then you want to get yourself just a empty bamboo mug, pineapple, and a coconut chunk. It can be done in any order, I believe. It's a shapeless recipe, so it can be done just in your normal 2x2 inventory crafting grid if you want to do that. But there's the pina colada. Very awesome. And that's the other thing you can do too with the pineapples. You cannot actually eat the pineapples as they are, but if you put them in your crafting table, you can get pineapple cubes. And the pineapple cubes, even though you don't get that many, they only heal half a heart. So there you go. Something else you can do with pineapples though. Alright, so we've got our pina colada. So now what we want to do is we want to make ourselves a chair. And as you can see, there's a beach chair. Now you can have a few different varieties. So if I can find it just here, you can have there's a blue, there's a red. I believe that's can't think which one that one is. Oh, that's a yellow. Okay, fair enough. And then you got a magenta and also a green. Now you have to you've got to dye the wool yourself, because you cannot just use normal white. It will not work. So yeah, look for a white sheep or a few sheeps, whatever you want to do. Like this one right there, and shear it, or just keep killing a few of them to get at least 3 wool. And then you just use the red, or the roses or the dandelions. That'll give you the dye you require. And that's pretty cool, and that's it. So there's your there's your beach chair. Alright, not done just yet though, because there's a couple of things I wanted to quickly make. And one of them is, it's a beach umbrella. You can do all this in the actual realm, in the TropiCraft, or yeah, realm if you want to call it that. But we can do it all here, so that's why I'm going to show it all first. And look at that, there you go, pretty cool looking beach umbrella. And there is also something else I'm going to quickly just craft if I've got the recipe just here. I do have it, just enough, is a beach float. I'm not going to use that just yet. I'm going to wait until I get into the tropical realm or dimension, whatever you want to call it. Now, there's one last thing I want to quickly just show you, and that is with the coconut. Because this is just fun. There's a coconut, and there's a coconut bomb. Yep. So all you got to simply do, you just target something, right click, and, oh, well, okay, that was a bad throw, but you get the idea. Alright, so now, ladies and gentlemen, I think we're pretty much done here. And basically all you need to do now is you need to plant yourself in your seat, just like this. Kick back, relax, just chillax under the umbrella. Sitting there, watching the wrong thing. There you go, watching the water rising. There, water rising? Well, yeah, there's the tides coming in, you see. But now what you want to do is you want to wait until evening, or the sunset. So I'm going to quickly speed that up by just doing the wrong thing, and there we go, right button. And now all you do is you just simply have a, while you're sitting down in your beach chair, you don't have to be under an umbrella, but I'm just under one anyway, and you drink your pina colada. Now you drift off into the tropics. Alright, so wait for this to actually generate. Hopefully it won't be too long. And because I actually did get a crash one time I've already done this, so hopefully this will actually work this time. Well, there we go. And when you actually start, or when you spawn in the world, you will actually spawn into this pool, and it's actually, if you go right to the bottom, you'll go straight down into the, oh Jesus, that's not what I wanted to see when I got in the world. Ah dear, isn't that awesome? Ah dear, that's a Tropi creeper. And that's what he does. Isn't that awesome? He drops a heap of flowers, and he even gave me a coconut bomb. Alright, but anyway, now we're in the actual, now we're actually into this realm. We've got a chest right next to us, and inside the chest you will find an Encyclopedia Tropica. And the cool thing about this is when you actually open it, you know, it's the Encyclopedia Tropica by Nigel Winthorpe. When you actually open it, you'll actually come across all the things that are actually in this realm, or I call it realm, or dimension, whatever you want to call it. But it also lists things. Now, once you find them, it'll then, you know, you can click on them, and you can show you your recipes and what you can do with them and so forth as well. So you've got a little tab here, just click on that. And of course, if you found some red anthurium, you can change that into rose red as well. Because you've got to remember, the one whole point of this whole dimension is to act like a whole new world just for you to go live in. So basically to get you away from the normal Minecraft world. And of course we do have some monkeys. Yep, we've got some monkeys. Hello, monkey. And the cool thing about these little monkeys is they all just sit there and just won't do much. But if I'm going to quickly just give myself, if I can find one, where's a pina colada? Because apparently these monkeys absolutely, he's climbing a tree. Yeah, you annoy me. They love pina coladas. And all you gotta do, before he gets too aggro with me, you're gonna, no, you can't give him to you. Why can't you? Oh, there we go. Finally dropped it, and there he goes. He's having his pina colada. Now he's finished it, and when he's finished with it, he just drops the mug on the ground. Oh, the monkeys are cool. Alright, but the other thing you'll also notice too is the leaves and that are dropping as well. That is a very cool effect, because actually this dimension has like a wind effect. So even, yeah, so things are blowing around. So even if I was holding something like, probably even like a flower, it's not going to work because there's not much of a wind breeze at the moment. But sometimes you can actually see, so the wind, oh, there we go. You can actually see that is actually being blown off to the side there. Probably not really working very well with that. Let's see if I can actually demonstrate with a torch. Have I got a torch on me? Where's a torch? There's a tiki torch. Will that work? Not really. But anyway, it doesn't matter. If you do throw some light things, you'll actually see them blowing off in the wind as well. But yeah, so that's... I'm going to put myself into creative mode just for a second, because I want to fly around. Let's have a look around this place. Because we need to find some things. Now, oh, what's something we've got here? We've got some fruit trees. There's like a lime tree there. And I believe this is probably... I think that one's actually grapefruit. You'll also come across orange and lemon. So there's a few different like fruit trees, which is very cool. And this here is like an Easter Island statue. They're generally pretty harmless if you just ignore them and be placid. But once you get near them, well, she probably won't react because I'm in the... Because I'm actually in creative mode, he's not going to actually react to me. I might just take myself out of creative mode. Oh, there you go. His lights lit up. Oh, his eyes lit up. They're gone red now. So they will attack you, and believe in me, they will hurt. They will hurt. And they mumble stuff at you as well. I think you just told me to piss off, but anyway. Okay, I'll go. Fine. But yeah, let's just have a fly around this. Let's just have a fly around this dimension because this is really, really amazing. Obviously, of course, you've got your palm trees, and you can see all the amazing range of different flowers you've got here, which is just incredible. See, plenty of all the stuff. A few things that were in the normal world as well there. Ooh, we've got some of these little dudes here. These are pretty cool. You see these little guys here? You can actually kill these guys. I'm going to see if I put myself back into normal mode. And these guys will actually... Oh, they do serious damage. Ow, that hurt. But if I can pick it up, but they actually see they're wearing these big masks. You can actually pick these things up. I don't know if I actually picked that up or not, but they actually hurt. So I'll go over this side, I think. Get away from them for a bit. Did I get the mask? No, I didn't, but I can quickly demonstrate them here. This is all the masks and stuff here. And, of course, you can put them on. That's what the mask is like. I'll put myself into... there we go. Ah, evil looking. Yeah. That is so cool. So, yeah, you can grab yourself some masks and stuff like that. And, whoops, I shouldn't have done that. I should have taken the mask off first. There we go. Put myself in the cradle because I want to fly around a little bit. And, yeah, so that's some of those little creatures. They're pretty cool. And here we come across a tribe. Now, these are the Koa tribes, I do believe. And these little guys are obviously like fishermen and they're hunters and so forth. And what you can actually do with these guys, if you come up to him and he says, aloha, no, that's what he says. And now, if you actually try and give him stuff, you see where he's talking, where it's red text. He's basically rejecting everything you're actually offering him. But if you give him something along the lines of... Where is it? Where is it? Where is it? Grab myself a few. If you actually give them a diamond, ooh, that's what he wants. That's what they wanted. Because now you should. Oh, there we go. He gave me a scale chest plate because you can actually make yourself some scale chest plates. That's very neat. Very, very neat. That is very cool. And you can also see these. This is actually the thatched stairs and so forth. You can actually make that with sugarcane. See, thatched blocks. Thatched stairs, and also some thatched slabs, which you can make with a sugarcane. I was going to show you that in the other world, but it doesn't matter. Oh, and the other thing I do want to show you also is these beach float things. Just kicking back and relaxing. Stop just kicking your legs. Move. Gimme. Get off there. Get off that. So, yeah, that is really awesome fun. So, yeah, and whoa, look at the wind blowing now. That's blowing pretty violently. So, yeah, anyway, ladies and gentlemen, oh, here we go. Now, these are like these bigger Easter Island type heads. But these ones have different eyes. And you can actually mine these eyes if you want to. Of course, I'm in the wrong mode here, but that's alright. If you do break the ice, though, yeah, there's lava in there. So be a little bit wary if you do want to try and find... And you can come across diamond blocks in their eyes, so you try and mine them out if you want to. Alright, what else have we got to really show off? Oh, one thing I do want to look for, if I can find any, is you can actually make your... Oh, there's some frogs. A couple of different frogs. There's a new sort of mob you can actually come across. You can actually kill these. And you can get some poisonous frog skins, which you can make some weapons and so forth out of, which is very cool. I'm not going to show too much of how the crafting things like that. I know I normally do, but I just wanted to show this off more than anything else because it's just absolutely just incredible, this actual mod. And I want to just float around for a little bit, and hopefully we might be able to come across a volcano. Yes, I did say a volcano. And I don't know if normally I found them quite easily, but it looks like this time we might be struggling a little bit. Oh, the other thing is, one thing I do want to quickly show too, while we just let this sort of generate, see if we do find a volcano, is you can also come across, well, I believe I can find it there. There we go. Get rid of that, and I'll just give myself a few pieces of that. This is just your normal sand, but you can come across, if you see like that, so it's slightly different. I'll do a few so you can actually get to see the difference. If you are cruising around and you come across sand that looks like that, dig underneath it and you will come across possibly a chest with some nice items in it. So I thought I'd quickly show you that because it's unlikely, you know, they're not that common, but I just wanted to quickly show it to you so you can see the difference. So yeah, there's usually chests and hidden treasure underneath if you're fortunate enough to come across it. And there looks like there's another Koa village just there, which is very cool. But it doesn't look like we're finding a volcano, and that's what I want to find. Whoa, nasty bit of lag just there. I was up too high and the world was struggling to generate. Okay. So hopefully I might just fly around for a little bit and we'll see if we can come across a volcano. Well, I haven't come across volcanoes yet, but there is these lizards or these iguanas here. These are the things, you saw the chest plate that's in the hotbar at the moment. Yeah, you can actually kill these guys and get... so once you attack one, they're kind of like the... you know, they kind of all go all out, like kind of like the wolves, and they all suddenly start attacking you. There you go, and they drop these scales. So you can actually then grab them, and you can make the armor out of the scales. So we'll keep cruising around, and I'll actually just make it daytime. Just quickly while we're looking at it. Yep, this is the skeletons. You got these little, got the little skirts on, and actually if you do attack them, hopefully you won't kill him straight away. This is the way he attacks. He like swings his arms like, oh, I'm gonna bash you with my arms. So yeah, I'm quite sure if he's actually got like supposed to be like a blowgun or something, but he just keeps wanting to bash me with his arms. So see, bashy with arms. Now you can die. So we'll continue our search for one of these amazingly elusive volcanoes. I cannot believe it's taking so long to find one. Oh, this is actually what I was talking about with the sand being slightly different coloured. Here we go. You just came across some right here. So let's just see if we can just dig down. Nope. Not sure if it's directly underneath that bit of sand or... Well, it wouldn't be in there. Or if it's actually supposed to be in the middle bit. And it doesn't look like it's... Oh, there we go. It looks like it's basically in the middle of the circle there. So there you go. There's a chest in there, and let's have a bit of a look. Ooh, very nice. Got a map. And this is actually something that's pretty cool. It's actually a Tropics portal enchanter. You can actually then make your own portal back to the overworld if you wanted to. So that's a very cool find. And 24 diamonds too. That's very impressive. Might grab some of this junk. That's filled up my inventory quite nicely. So yeah, keep an eye out for the purified sand, because that's what this is called. Purified sand. And I still cannot believe we cannot find a volcano. So I'm not sure what's going on here. Probably the other thing, since I'm struggling seriously here, probably should just point out, of course, you still get all your normal animals in the world as well. And there is a couple of ores. I'm going to quickly just bring them into the game. Yeah, so these are the different ores you can actually get in the game. I just sort of embedded these in just so you can actually see them. That's the eudolite. This is zircon, and this is some azurite. So yeah, these basically the three different ores you can actually get, and you can just mine these. That gives the there you go. There's the azurite there, and this should give you a couple of little gems. That gives you a couple of zircon crystals, and this should give you some of the eudolite. Now, the eudolite and the zircon can be turned into weapons and tools, but the azurite at this point in time, I believe, doesn't actually do anything. But again, hey, it's just something that could be used as made into the game at a later date. So you'll obviously find them underground when you're actually if you do mining. And it looks like we finally have come across a volcano. These are very, very cool. Now, this one I don't think is actually doing a great deal at the moment. But yeah, once these things start going absolutely nuts, just start breaking it off, so you can see all the lava building up down there. It's not even smoking or anything yet, but when these things go off, these things will start spewing the lava like you will not believe, and it will just sprays it across the countryside. So, yeah. My suggestion would be, is do not try and live next to a volcano, because you will suffer the full wrath. But, yeah, so there you go, ladies and gentlemen. I think I might call it quits here, because this... Oh, there's another volcano right there. That'll be typical, just because it took me forever to find one. Now I've come across two. And they both look like they're pretty inactive at the moment. Yeah, they're pretty much just dead at the moment. They're not doing squat. But anyway, ladies and gentlemen, that is a look at TropiCraft. This is just an incredible mod. Definitely worth checking out. So, yeah, the other thing... Yeah, there was actually one thing you can do. I haven't actually showed this just yet, so I will quickly just basically show it to you. If you do get yourself a little hole in the ground, or you make yourself an aquarium, you can make yourself... If I just give myself one of these, there you go. Where is a... there you go, butterfly fish, that'll do. You can actually give yourself fish. I know I just dropped him on the surface here, so he's going to die there, but you can give yourself actual little... You can catch fish in the in this game, and then give yourself like a little aquarium if you want to do that. So yeah, apart from the fact I just failed horribly then showing it, but no, you're gonna fail. Get back in the water. You can do it, fishy. So there you go. Fishy survives. Probably should have done that to begin with, but I wanted to put him, see if we can get him to that one by one. But anyway, so there you go, ladies and gentlemen. That is TropiCraft. This is just an amazing mod. Definitely worth checking out if you haven't already. And so, yeah, go nuts. It is brilliant. Anyway, ladies and gentlemen, thanks for watching. Hope you enjoyed the video. Don't forget to like, comment, subscribe, all that cool stuff. And, you know, as always, keep cool, keep safe, and I'll catch you around. Goodbye.